Happy holidays! We're going to take a short break, but plan to be back in the new year. Don't forget to stay connected with us through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube too. In the meantime, enjoy our season's best. Laura Lee tuning into Spirit for my special guest caller, Amanda.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I hope you are too.
Yes, just really nervous.
Oh, it's all right. That happens, especially when we're talking to other realms. Amanda, where are you calling from?
Ocala, Florida.
Amanda, the first impression I'm receiving is an elderly gentleman kicked back in one of those like lazy boy chairs where you could actually put up the footrest.
Yeah, that would be my grandfather.
Well, you know, I've had a couple of these come through. I wonder if I've seen him before, but I just feel like that chair is interchangeable. Like I see him standing behind a young woman that might be you sitting in the chair too. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
You possess his chair, like, get out of my chair.
I actually had his chair for a little while after his passing, and I used to feel him in it.
Yeah, he's definitely with you. But he's not the only one. I'm seeing like a grandmother figure there probably with him as well. But she's behind him a little bit. So he seems predominant at the moment. And this is what I'm sensing from him is that you right now are one of siblings that is right near family, your mom and dad.
Yeah.
And it seems like you moved closer to them so you could get some help parenting, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You have a son?
I do. He's not the one I needed help with.
But I feel like even though you're right there with your parents, it's like they can only do so much and they can't help with everything that's on your plate.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost feel like sometimes they need your help. It's like you went there for help, but I feel like sometimes you're giving them the help.
Right.
He says that there's open arms, though, right now, because I feel like another sibling, a daughter, granddaughter, sister is coming into this space with you all down there. Does this make sense?
Yes.
And it will help alleviate some of your problems because it's somebody you can really rely upon and lean against, too. Does this make sense?
It really does.
Are you opening up your house? Or are you saying you are open to receiving her?
Absolutely. At the moment, she's kind of being stubborn and wants to get her own place, but I'm like in a rush. Like, I will take you and your whole family into my house now, please.
Wow. Wow, that's big of you.
Yeah, she never has problems landing on her own feet, but just to get her down here.
Right. Well, there's other things that are into play. It's not all about her. It's not all about you.
Right.
And you know what? There's another thing, too. Do you have more than one child, honey?
Yes, I do.
And I get somebody's challenged with behavioral problems and something to do with school.
Yeah.
Does this make sense?
I feel like behavioral problems more at home. Anytime I've talked to her teachers, they've said she's very well behaved. It's more so at home.
Oh, interesting. But you know what? You always got into trouble, according to what he's telling me.
I did.
You were in trouble all the time.
Yes.
And who does she like? That's what he's telling me.
You know.
Trouble, trouble, trouble.
She's a little mini me.
Right. Does she tell you that you're bullying? Or I hear the word bullying. Or is she a bully to you?
I think we're both, like, we see that in each other. You know what I mean? And then when we're faced with it, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm telling you not to do something and I'm doing it. So we're figuring it out, but it's harder because she's sassy, you know?
Oh, but you don't want to kill that. We need her to be that sassy when she goes out into that world. Even though she's on perfect behavior at school, she still has some challenges with the math department and science department. Is that right?
Yes.
He tells me that. And you know what? She's got it in her. It's just the will to want to do it because she's a smart kid.
Exactly.
That's what he says. So at any rate, that's just to confirm the message. She's going to be all right because you turned out all right. And look where you are.
Oh my gosh. You sound just like him. Like exactly what he would say.
That's something one of my family members would say. So God bless. You guys are going to be okay. So don't sweat it. She's just going through this time period where, you know, she'll grow out of it. But You got such support around you right now. Okay. So rely on it as you need it, because your mom and dad, it seems like from what they're telling me, your mom and dad are right there.
Yeah.
You got the support of him there as well, and your grandmother. So these are your grandparents.
Yes. That's amazing.
Thank you, Amanda, for sharing your time with me.
Thank you so very much.
Yes, and if you'd like to call into the show like Amanda, sign up at Radio Medium Laura Lee. And thank you for subscribing, sharing our show. We appreciate it.